Hey everybody, welcome to Richmond Park Public Library's summer reading program. This is another year of crafts, coloring sheets, word searches, and lots more at your local library. Now, you'll see on the screen it says Game of Shrooms 2024. Last year, it was too late, or believe me, we would have participated. This is completely optional. You do not have to do this, but we're pretty excited about it. It's a hide and seek adventure around the world. You're going to make some art that is mushroom themed and then hide it somewhere in your neighborhood. On June 8th, you can go out and look and see if your neighbors have hidden anything. I will say at the end of the day on the 8th, you might want to go and check and make sure that your craft or art has been picked up. If not, go ahead and collect it and take it home and either save it for next year or just enjoy it yourself. Visit the website to learn more about Game of Shrooms. You're welcome to just go search. You don't necessarily have to put any of your art out there, but it is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to make these cute little mushroom crafts that are going to be easy to hide around your neighborhood. They are biodegradable because they're just cardboard with a little bit of paint, but still check on the 8th or 9th, go back and make sure that they haven't been missed. Okay, we don't want to litter up our neighborhood. We also have some great books to teach you how to forage without dying, because as a lot of you know, if you grab the wrong mushroom, it might just be enough to feed you for the rest of your life. Want to watch out for that. Lots of poisonous plants. We want to identify them so that we can stay healthy and happy. We also learn more about our mystical mushroom pals. There's a great documentary about mushrooms where they talk about how the mycelium is what causes all your trees and plants to talk to each other. It's a magical network, and I'm super excited that we're going to be able to participate and appreciate mushrooms for what they are this year. All right, so we're going to use an egg carton. I've already cut mine in half. I will say the top is going to be great to use for the stem. This is the part that we're going to use for our mushroom cap. I would recommend acrylic paint. I have some paint pens. Do let the paint dry between applications because now the tip of this white marker is slightly pink and it disappoints me. But that's disappointment in myself, not the marker. All right. So one of the things, have big scissors, okay? Because it's very hard to cut through these things. Unless maybe you have short-bladed scissors. I'm not sure. So I'm going to try. We're going to cut the pointy bit out first. And that's going to eventually be our little mushroom cap. If that is not long enough, and in this case it may not be, that's why we're going to use the lid and the rest of this to make a slightly longer stem for your mushroom. Remember, the mushroom is the fruiting body. I don't know, it's a good word. Okay, so we're going to cut free a mushroom cap. Now, I will say the edges are a little bit easier. See how it's kind of equal all the way around? This is going to be prime for hiding somewhere in the neighborhood. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the other beauty of the mushroom craft. Mushrooms are never perfect. They just look super, super cool. You're going to paint it. Like I said, I would recommend acrylic paint, but if you have Sharpies, you could also use glitter to make your little spots. You could use glue dots. You could use whiteout. I'm going to be pink for the rest of the day, just for funsies. Okay. So you color your mushroom cap. Oh, yes. And again, if you're doing acrylic paints, this is the super easy thing to just let it sit and dry 5-10 minutes at the most. But I do like these paint pens, they go pretty quick. There are so many cool mushroom facts out there. I very much recommend reading up on them and, of course, exploring the Game of Shrooms website to learn more about how the art and seek works. Okay, once you have the orange or the red part painted, you may have to come back and do a little touch-up. That's okay. I also like doing the bottom edge a little bit so that it's not stark. cardboardy color. So if I do a little on the inside, that's okay. You can use any kind of glue you want. I'm going to be using hot glue because it's the first craft of the summer, and how often do I actually get to use hot glue? Not nearly often enough. All right, if you want, this is going to make a little tiny short mushroom. I would kind of like to have more of a stalk, so I'm going to cut a piece off this, off the top. The inside has a really nice texture. The outside is super smooth, and of course it has ink on it. So I'm going to roll this guy up. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue here. Do not burn yourself. Luckily, the cardboard is a really good temperature insulator, so you shouldn't get burned. Hold this for a few seconds while it sets. You could also use a paper clip. No, you could use a popsicle stick, or you could use a regular stick and just cut it down, and then your bark is going to give you that same nice woody texture. Put a speck of glue in the middle. Like I said, if you're using just regular craft glue or school glue, it's going to take a little bit longer to dry. That's okay. There's no rush. These are just for fun and to go out and really enjoy the summer. So we have our little mushroom, but he doesn't look poisonous yet. No, we need to add the white dots. Like I said, this would be a really good game for glitter. This would be a really good time for glitter, so you could have little glittery polka dots. I know that Miss Laura is going to be leading a craft later this week. Please come on in and play. We're going to have a really good time. Take your white marker. Let's use the fat end, not the skinny end. And just put dots all over. This is a quick, easy. You've got the stuff at home if you eat eggs. If not, maybe you have a friend who has chickens, which would be very cool. I'm not sure you're allowed to have chickens in Richton Park. We'll have to check. Regardless, you now have quick, easy mushroom cap craft. And now you can take this and hide it in your neighborhood on June 8th and maybe brighten up somebody else's day. Maybe you'll find some of your own, and that'll be exciting too. All right, thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week. Enjoy your game of shrooms. Next week, we're going to start celebrating Pride. Thank you very much and have a great one.